In 2026, something subtle but powerful will shift, and it won't be visible on the surface. You might not feel it in the news, or notice it in your calendar, but if you're planning to build or move into a new home, this change could quietly shape everything from your finances to your family's sense of peace. It all comes down to one decision that most people overlook: the direction your house faces. Not the layout, not the furniture, not the color on the walls, but the exact orientation of your front door, the way your home greets the world. This isn't about superstition or old rituals. It's about energy and how your environment either supports your path or gently pushes against it, day after day. In 2026, we enter a new 20-year energy cycle. Just like climate patterns affect farming, these subtle shifts in energy patterns can influence our luck, motivation, health, even the flow of money through our lives. And while the idea of house direction may sound small, it's like the hinge of a door, barely noticeable, yet it decides whether that door swings open easily or not at all. There are homes that feel bright but drain us, places that are expensive but never feel quite right. And then there are homes that simply work: the career moves faster, kids sleep better, relationships soften. The difference often starts with something as quiet as the way your house catches the morning light or blocks it. This video will show you which directions to build toward in 2026 if you want to ride the wave of incoming energy instead of fighting it. More importantly, it will help you understand why direction matters and how to recognize when a house is quietly working against you. Because sometimes the most powerful shifts don't begin with action, they begin with alignment. Part 1: Your house direction is the window through which destiny enters. There's something oddly intimate about the way a home faces the world. You might never think about it consciously, but your body does. It senses when a space opens toward light or turns its back on it. It notices when the front door feels like an invitation or a barrier. And slowly, quietly, your life begins to follow the direction your house is pointing toward. Let's pause on that, because while most people are focused on square footage, countertops, or how close a property is to good schools, the truth is your home's direction might be the one thing silently shaping your future without you realizing it. And in 2026, when the energy around us shifts into a new 20-year cycle, this becomes more than just a design detail. It becomes a gateway or a block. Think about this: why do two homes built exactly the same, in the same neighborhood, create such different lives for the people inside? One family thrives, money flows, sleep is restful, arguments soften. The other struggles, unexpected bills, strange tension, nothing quite settles. The layout is identical. The difference, sometimes, it's something as invisible as orientation. The direction the house opens to. The way energy flows in or doesn't. This isn't magic. It's not superstition. It's alignment. Your house is like a living being. It breathes in what surrounds it, and it breathes out into the lives of the people inside. The direction it faces determines how it breathes. It can either welcome in clarity, warmth, and ease, or block it, deflect it, or misdirect it. And over time, that subtle redirection begins to shape your career moves, your health patterns, your mood when you wake up in the morning. 2026 is not just another year, it's the start of a new cycle in energy flow that will last 2 decades, like a new tide rolling in. If you build or move in 2026, you're not just choosing a house. You're choosing the current you'll be swimming in for years to come. Some directions in this new cycle will open channels for growth, connection, and wealth. Others, though seemingly harmless, might slow things down, cause friction, or quietly drain your motivation. Now, most people aren't trained to feel these differences, but they feel them anyway. They say things like, "I don't know why I'm always tired in this house," or "We never argue this much before we moved," or "I used to feel more clear-headed." These aren't random. They're patterns, echoes of energetic misalignment. So what does it actually mean to pick the right direction? It means understanding that your home is not just a shelter, it's a compass. It either helps you stay on your path or pulls you off course. A well-aligned direction won't solve all your problems overnight, but it will stop working against you. And that one shift Removing the invisible resistance can open the door to things falling into place more easily, more naturally. It's easy to miss because we live in a culture that rewards action hustle, fixing things head-on. But sometimes, what you need most isn't more effort. It's less friction, less confusion, more flow, and choosing the right direction is like turning a key not to force something open, but to unlock what's already trying to find you. We'll get into the best directions in 2026 in a moment, but before that, I want to leave you with a quiet image. Imagine your home as a pair of hands, cupped gently toward the horizon. What are those hands reaching for? Are they open to the sunrise or turning away from it? Because direction isn't just about compass points. It's about how you choose to meet the future. And if you've ever felt like something in your life has been stuck, not dramatically, but subtly, persistently, it might be time to ask, what direction have I been facing all along? Part 2: The 3 house directions that bring money, peace, and connection in 2026. 1. Southwest, the ground beneath strong women and lasting wealth. There's a quiet kind of wealth, the kind that doesn't scream, but stays, the kind that doesn't flash, but holds. And it often begins in places that feel steady, grounded, and deeply human. In 2026, one of the most powerful directions to build your home toward is the Southwest. It's not the loudest, it's not the trendiest, but it's the one that lays a foundation for something real, something that grows roots, not just branches. If you've ever longed for a sense of emotional security, financial consistency, and family harmony that doesn't feel like a daily struggle to maintain, this direction might be the silent partner you didn't know you needed. Let's start with something real. In many homes, especially across the Western world, women hold the invisible center. They manage schedules, keep the peace, remember birthdays, hold space for everyone's emotions, and somehow still manage to show up for work, for kids, for aging parents, for life. They're the ones keeping it all together, but very often, they're doing it in homes that don't give anything back. Spaces that feel chaotic, disorganized, unsupported. And over time, that silent pressure builds. It shows up in strained relationships, chronic fatigue, money that comes in but doesn't stay. But here's the quiet truth. When the center of the home is energetically supported, especially the energetic seat of the woman, it ripples out through every part of family life. The Southwest, in energetic terms, is tied to the earth element, stable, nourishing, reliable. It's the energy of presence, not the rush to do more, but the grounded knowing of this is enough. When your home faces or is anchored by the Southwest direction in 2026, you're aligning with an energy stream that favors longevity over speed, strategy over impulse, connection over comparison. It's especially powerful for those running family businesses, investing in long-term goals, or raising children in multi-generational households. It doesn't promise overnight success, but it does support the kind of success that lasts, the kind that's passed down. Now here's where it gets personal. For women, particularly mothers or central female figures in the home, the Southwest becomes more than a compass point. It becomes an energetic chair. When this direction is activated properly, women tend to feel more seen, more secure, more respected. That emotional foundation doesn't just benefit them, it stabilizes the whole family. Decisions get easier, communication softens, children feel safer, and men, too, tend to feel more supported when the emotional current in the house flows without friction. So how do you know if your Southwest energy is working for you or against you? Look at patterns. Is your income steady or always unpredictable? Do you feel like you're constantly giving but not receiving? Is your home filled with love, or does it feel like people are coexisting rather than truly connecting? These aren't just personal challenges. Often, they're signs that the energetic spine of the house isn't aligned or isn't being supported by the direction it opens toward. In 2026, the Southwest direction receives a particularly favorable alignment in terms of Earth-based energy fields. It becomes a magnetic zone for wealth that builds over time. But here's the nuance: this is not windfall energy. It's not about lottery wins or viral success. It's about steady clients, long-lasting relationships, money that's managed well, rather than spent to self-soothe. If you're the kind of person who wants to build something, not chase it, this direction offers a quiet wind at your back. But as with all things in energetic work, alignment doesn't end at the compass. You have to care for the space. If the southwest area of your home is cluttered, dark, or filled with heavy emotional residue, the energy won't flow no matter what direction the walls are facing. To fully unlock this area, keep it clean, well lit, and open. Use colors that reflect the earth elements: soft yellows, sandy neutrals, warm browns. Add subtle symbols of nourishment and grounding: a stone bowl filled with coins, a low plant with wide leaves, a picture of a strong tree or mountain. These aren't decorations. They're gentle reminders to your subconscious: this space is held. This space holds you. If your personal energy tends toward water or wood elements, meaning you're naturally more fluid, emotional, or growth focused, you might find the earth energy of southwest slightly too heavy at times. But that doesn't mean it's wrong. It simply means you can soften it. Add flowing textures, a gentle water feature nearby, or small objects in green or blue tones to balance the density. Think of it like tempering soil with moisture so roots can grow without resistance. Most importantly, begin noticing how people behave in this part of your home. Do conversations tend to feel calmer here? Do guests gravitate to this corner? Do you avoid it or feel drained when you sit there? The answers are clues, and when you align the space with care and attention, the southwest can become the emotional living room of the entire household, whether there's furniture there or not. There's a reason this direction is called the seat of the matriarch in many traditional energy systems. But you don't have to believe in ancient terms to feel the truth in that. You just have to walk into a space where a woman feels rooted and notice how the whole place breathes better. In 2026, as the larger cycles shift into new rhythms, the homes that will thrive are not necessarily the ones with the best tech, biggest upgrades, or most open concept designs. They're the ones built on solid ground emotionally, energetically, and literally. So if you're planning to build, renovate, or reorient your life next year, consider the southwest not just as a direction but as a partner. One that doesn't make a big scene, one that doesn't demand your attention, but one that holds you, your work, and your relationships with quiet strength. And in a world that often asks women to carry so much without complaint, maybe what we need most right now isn't more hustle. It's a home that knows how to carry us back. 2. Southeast, where prosperity flows in like a gentle stream. There are directions that push, that demand, that drive things forward at full speed, sometimes without pause. And then there is the southeast. In 2026, this direction carries a very different kind of energy. Not urgent, not aggressive, but deeply alive. The southeast doesn't knock loudly on your door. It doesn't rush in and rearrange your life. Instead, it flows in quietly like a stream of good luck, trickling into the corners of your day, into the spaces between effort and rest, into the small, consistent moments where real prosperity begins. If the southwest is about stability, the southeast is about growth. Not explosive expansion, but the kind that feels organic, steady, and aligned with who you are becoming. Think of it as the gentle current that turns seeds into gardens, ideas into businesses, first steps into lasting progress. In 2026, the Southeast aligns with a favorable energy known to support not only wealth, but also reputation, learning, career advancement, and emotional harmony. It is the direction where water meets wood, where nourishment fuels upward movement. So who benefits from Southeast-facing homes? In truth, nearly everyone. But especially those in transition, entrepreneurs building something new, professionals seeking a promotion, students preparing for big milestones, people ready to start again after a difficult season. The Southeast supports momentum with grace. It doesn't force, but it encourages. It creates a soft tailwind behind your efforts so that what used to feel like an uphill climb now feels manageable, even meaningful. Homes that face this direction often feel lighter, brighter, and more open to possibility. You might notice more conversations flowing at the dinner table, more moments of clarity during your morning coffee, more patience between family members. This isn't accidental. The Southeast, when activated with care, creates an atmosphere where people don't just survive together, they grow together. To activate this energy in 2026, simplicity is key. Keep the southeast part of your home clean, uncluttered, and well lit. Natural light is especially important here, as it amplifies the movement and clarity this direction supports. Use symbols of gentle growth, a small indoor fountain, a tall plant with soft leaves, or even wind chimes that sing in the breeze. This is not a place for harsh metal or heavy furniture. Instead, think airiness, openness, and flow. Colors like green, teal, and soft blue work well in this area, as they echo the movement of water and the freshness of new growth. If you work from home, consider placing your desk near this zone. If you have children, let their study space live here. Let this corner of your home become the unofficial headquarters of movement, learning, and light-hearted ambition. And if you don't have a southeast-facing home, you can still bring this energy in through intention. Choose a room or corner with similar light quality and treat it with the same care. Energy moves through alignment, not always through architecture. There's something else special about the Southeast in 2026. It doesn't only support financial prosperity, it helps you become the kind of person who can hold that prosperity. That means clearer thinking, more ease in relationships, better boundaries, and a deeper trust in your own timing. In a world that often tells us we have to chase everything we want, the Southeast reminds us that some things come when we're ready to receive them, not when we force them. The emotional energy of this direction is incredibly healing for people who have experienced burnout, financial instability, or self-doubt. It helps you remember your own natural rhythm. It invites you to stop proving and start aligning. If you've ever said, "I just want things to flow again," this direction is your answer. But let's be clear, flow isn't passivity. Southeast energy rewards consistent action, but not the frantic kind. It rewards clarity, kindness, and showing up with intention. It's a direction that helps you build things that matter, whether that's a career you love, a relationship you trust, or a version of yourself that feels whole. If you're building in 2026 and your lot allows for it, consider anchoring your home in the Southeast. Let your front door open toward that gentle current. Let your mornings begin with that energy greeting you. Let your work, your learning, your healing take place in a space that encourages, not demands. And if Southeast isn't possible structurally, build it symbolically. Create a corner that holds that intention. Even a small shift can invite big alignment. Because in the end, the homes we build are not just walls and windows. They are mirrors. They reflect what we believe we deserve. And when your home opens to the Southeast in 2026, it doesn't just say yes to opportunity. It whispers. Every day you're allowed to grow, and you don't have to rush. 3. South for those ready to lead, decide, and rise. Some directions whisper, some heal. But the South, it doesn't whisper. It speaks with clarity. It stands tall. And in 2026, if you're ready to lead, decide, and rise into a version of yourself that no longer hesitates, the South might be the direction calling your name. This is not a direction for hiding. The South is sunlight at its peak. It shines fully, unapologetically. In energy terms, it represents visibility, leadership, decision-making, and bold action. It favors those who are ready to step forward, not because they have all the answers, but because they're no longer willing to sit on the sidelines of their own lives. In 2026, aligning your home with the South means inviting in a current that helps you see further, choose faster, and act with conviction. It's for entrepreneurs growing something that needs their full vision, for professionals looking to lead instead of follow, for families where someone needs to step up and say, "This is the direction we're going." But the beauty of South energy isn't in aggression, it's in aligned movement. In clarity without force. Let's be real, leadership isn't always loud. In fact, some of the most powerful decisions are made in quiet resolve. The South supports that. It doesn't make you louder, it helps you become clearer. The energy in this direction sharpens your ability to prioritize, to focus, to cut through noise. If you've ever felt scattered or stuck in decision fatigue, South-facing energy in 2026 brings the inner alignment you need to choose well and move forward confidently. Homes that face south often feel bright, commanding, even a bit intense, but in a good way. There's a sense of clarity, of purpose. People in these spaces tend to wake up with more drive, more readiness. Conversations are more focused. Work gets done. Plans move forward. There's less dragging things out, more let's do this now, and do it right. That's what this direction brings: decisiveness with purpose. To activate South energy in your home, think about light. Open the curtains. Let the sun pour in. Arrange your office, decision-making spaces, or work zones in this part of the house. If you lead a team, manage finances, or run a business from home, this is the zone where your strategy should live. Display visuals of success certificates, vision boards, real estate plans, contracts, or books that remind you of what you're building. Not to impress anyone, but to reflect back to yourself who you're becoming. Colors that work well here include bold reds, warm oranges, and deep golds. They echo the confidence of this energy, but you don't have to overdo it. A single strong accent can be enough. This isn't about decor. It's about reinforcing a mindset: I lead, I decide, I take action with care. And yet, with all its power, the South must be handled with balance. For people who are naturally emotional, sensitive, or prone to overwhelm, too much south-facing energy can feel intense, like standing in the midday sun for too long. That's not a flaw. It's simply a reminder to layer the space with grounding elements. Wood tones, soft textures, and symbols of nature can help bridge the intensity. You're not muting the power, you're guiding it. The deeper gift of this direction is that it invites you to trust your inner compass. If you've been second-guessing yourself, delaying moves, or waiting for permission to act, the South doesn't wait. It asks, what are you building, and when will you begin? It doesn't push with pressure, it stirs something deeper. A hunger to step into the next chapter of your life with intention, not hesitation. In 2026, as global energy becomes more fast-paced and uncertain, the people who thrive will not be the ones who hustle hardest, but those who can see clearly, decide swiftly, and lead calmly. That's the magic of South energy. It doesn't make the path easier, but it lights it up so you can walk it with confidence. And let's not forget, visibility matters. Whether it's in your career, your community, or even your own household, there's value in being seen. The South direction helps you be seen for who you truly are. Not for the roles you play, but for the vision you carry. And in that light, others rise too. Teams follow stronger leaders. Children feel safer when parents act with clarity. Partners build deeper trust when direction is clear. So if you've been playing small, shrinking your plans, or waiting for the perfect moment, this might be your cue. The South doesn't wait. It shows up. And in 2026, it's asking you to show up too. If you're building a new home or redesigning the way you live, consider giving the South its proper place. Let it be the direction that guides your work, your strategy, your leadership energy. Let it be the space where decisions are made with both courage and care. And if your home can't face this way structurally, bring in the qualities: the focus, the clarity, the warmth. Because you don't need a blueprint to stand in your power. You just need alignment. This is not a direction for everyone, not yet, but for those who feel the quiet nudge to rise, to step into more responsibility, more voice, more purpose. The South is ready. The only question is, are you? Part 3: What to avoid if you want a home that actually helps you. Some mistakes don't shout. They don't break the walls or leak through the roof. They sit quietly in the background, making life a little harder, sleep a little lighter, arguments a little more frequent. In 2026, when building or choosing a home, what you avoid will matter just as much as what you welcome. Energy isn't only about attraction, it's also about protection. Let's begin with the land itself. No matter how beautiful the house, if the land it's built on carries unstable or disruptive energy, you're planting your life on shaky ground. Avoid lots that are oddly shaped, especially sharp triangles or plots with missing corners. These layouts can distort the natural flow of energy, leading to confusion, health issues, or instability. Also, steer clear of low-lying land prone to flooding, or places near heavy traffic, landfills, cemeteries, or rundown industrial zones. Even if the property looks fine, the environmental energy may feel heavy, tense, or disconnected. Trust how your body reacts when you visit. Your nervous system often knows before your mind does. Next, be mindful of your main entrance. In energy terms, the front door isn't just where people enter, it's where opportunity, clarity, and intention flow in. Avoid placing your front door directly opposite a back door, a large window, a staircase, or especially the kitchen or bathroom. These alignments can create energetic leaks where good fortune enters only to rush out the other side. It can also lead to friction inside the home, conflict, health imbalances, or financial inconsistency. The fix isn't always expensive. Sometimes, a screen, a shift in layout, or a natural divider like a plant or console table can redirect energy gently and keep it circulating. Another often overlooked mistake is building or renovating during the wrong time, especially if it clashes with the birth year or energetic profile of the homeowner. In many traditional systems, certain years bring greater harmony or greater conflict, depending on your age. If 2026 isn't favorable for your birth year, consider borrowing energy by asking a trusted friend or elder with good fortune that year to represent you during the groundbreaking ceremony. It's symbolic, but powerful. It says, I want this home to start on a foundation of alignment, not resistance. Then there's timing itself. Choose your groundbreaking date with care. Avoid days associated with major transitions, endings, or conflict. Even if you don't follow a particular spiritual system, there's power in choosing a date that feels calm, supported, and positive. It impacts not just the construction process, but how the home feels from day one. Builders work differently. Families remember the energy of that first day, and the house itself begins holding memory. Let it begin with something kind. Also be careful with over-design. Sometimes, in the pursuit of aesthetics or modern convenience, we unintentionally block energy. Sharp angles, excessive use of cold metal, dark and closed-off layouts, they may look striking, but they often interrupt flow. A beautiful space that feels tense or hard to relax in isn't truly working for you. Always prioritize how a space makes you feel over how it photographs. Finally, be mindful of your mindset. You can choose the perfect plot, the best direction, and the most thoughtful layout, but if the energy you bring into the process is rushed, fearful, or rooted in conflict, the house will absorb that. Homes aren't neutral. They mirror the energy they're built with. If you're building during a difficult time, pause often. Invite peace into the process. Do something kind. Offer gratitude. Even if no one sees it but you, the house will remember, and it will hold that memory for years to come. Because in the end, a home that truly helps you isn't always about what you add. It's also about what you avoid, the cuts, the corners, the unconscious habits that slowly drain joy. And in 2026, the wisest thing you can do may not be to ask what you want to create, but to pause and ask what needs to stay out, so what truly matters can stay in. Final. Some decisions in life are loud, big moves, bold changes, grand gestures. And then there are the quiet ones. Choosing the direction your home faces doesn't seem like much at first. But after everything we've explored, maybe you're starting to see it's not just about compass points. It's about how you meet the world, how your home holds you, how it speaks to your future, even when no one else is listening. In 2026, when energy shifts in ways most people won't see but will absolutely feel, the direction you build in is not just a design choice, it's an invitation. Southwest gives you grounding, the strength beneath your feet when life feels uncertain. Southeast brings flow, the kind of progress that feels aligned, not forced. And the South, it calls you to rise, to see clearly, to lead with quiet confidence. And just as powerful as what you build is what you choose to avoid. Because sometimes the best way to protect your future is to listen to what feels off. The shape of the land, the placement of the door, the timing of the first brick, the energy in your own hands as you hold the blueprint. These aren't details, these are messages. And through all of it, there's you, the person watching this, the one who's not just dreaming of a better home, but building one with intention. The one who's ready to not just live somewhere, but to live well. And I want to thank you for being here, for staying with me through this journey, and for caring deeply enough to ask questions most people don't. That already tells me something about you. You're not here for luck. You're here for alignment. And that changes everything. So as you take your next step, whether it's breaking ground, moving in, or simply shifting the energy in one corner of your home, I hope you carry this with you. You don't have to rush. You just have to align. The energy will meet you there. May your home rise to meet you. May it hold more than walls. And may 2026 be the beginning of a space that reflects not just where you are, but who you are becoming. Thank you for watching. And until next time, build gently, live wisely, and trust that your direction is already beginning to turn.